And okay, we good. There we go. And then
Recording in progress.
and we back, and we back, and we back. Greetings, 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 family, friends, and the world. This is Mikael Eric Harris, better known as the Juice, also known as the Alkaline Water Guy. How is everyone doing on this beautiful night? This is the night of after April 19th, 2026. April 19th, 2026. We know tomorrow is the what they call 420. 420 is what? I call it the what do you call it? Pothead Day. That's the Pothead Day tomorrow. I hope I ain't talking about nobody, but tomorrow is the day of the pots. People like smoking. I call it Pothead Day, which is everybody be smoking reefer. For 420 is that day for tomorrow. But just saying. But the day was um, the day was April 19th, 2026, and this is Fight Fire with Truth. Fight Fire with Truth, which is open conversation. And tonight, this is part two, and we had open conversation with a brother named Ray Wilson. Ray Wilson came in on with us tonight. He said he's seen us online, and well, he'd been seeing me online, so he decided to come in. He said he'd been on, came on some time ago, sometime before. I didn't really remember, but we talked about that in the beginning of part one, and we didn't start part one as I usually do, cause we just went right into conversation. So what I like to do is say a prayer, and also a prayer for Ray Wilson for the things that he may be going through right now, and something that we all go through throughout life. We all face life, and we all go through certain things, and we all need help by helping each other. And then when we start to help each other and build on what the things that we need to do with each other, this is how we grow, and this is how we build on the things that that's for what we need to do to help each other. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to do a prayer. And as we go, and after the prayer, we'll finish up with our conversation with Ray. I'd like to thank my sister Nicole Bell for being on with us tonight. She happened not to work for some reason. She didn't get they asked her, she didn't have to go to work tonight. She was at work, but she had to leave for whatever reason. And like we say, and she just gave her little testimony as well, saying before she got with us, she probably been hot and been snapping. But she just said, well, it might be a reason why her not to go to work. And this is what we have to understand. There's a reason behind everything that happens and everything that we do. Everything we go through, there's a reason behind it. So we have to recognize the things that we're going through, the reasons and understanding the reason why we go through certain things. And once that understanding hits us, then we know how to deal with it. But we have to get an understanding of everything that happens first. So before we get started, before we get back started, I'm gonna start off with a prayer. My brother Ray Wilson asked for a prayer as well, so we're gonna pray tonight. And this is I didn't get a chance to debate in the beginning because we started off conversation first. So this is part two, and we're gonna start the prayer here, and we'll go from there. Ray said he won't be able to be here too long, so we'll just be on here as long as he can be here. But we'll just finish our conversation up from here, and we'll go from there. Other than that, blessed be thou, Father of the universe, that bring forth all living creatures forth from the earth. Blessed be thou, Father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Blessed be the Father of Israel. Blessed be the Father of 12 tribes of Israel. Thank you, Father, for all you've done, been doing, and plan to do. We ask you to keep giving us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, life, health, and strength, food, shelter, and clothing. Let us be happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, and prosperous in all that we do. We ask you to keep leading and guiding us so we can help lead and guide others in your knowledge, your word, your ruach, and your way. We ask you to keep your armor of protection around us. Help us in every way. Allow us to build in your way, in your word. Father, we also ask you to help this brother Ray Wilson for the things that he may be going through in his time in his life, the things he has been through, for the things that he has come through to where he is today. Allow him to see the world in a different way compared to where he came from, and let him seek your like, seek your will, and seek your way to do your will, that you may show him a better way in life, to show him the prosperity that can be happen, or that he can go through, that can come upon him, and that he may be well endowed with his, or shall I say, he may help his son and help his son grow to be a better man and to be a man, and that him be a man to grow his son in a way that he may actually show his son how to be the man he needs to be in this day and time. Through your ways, through your word, and through your culture that we have, and that's our culture that we should be running and doing the things in today. We ask you to help us in every way, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, financial, or spiritual. Help us in every way, and in all these words we pray. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise you, Almighty. Praise you, Father. Thank you, Father. Now, like we were saying, our brother Ray, he was just going through some things, and we in the financial situation and all these things, we asked the Father to help him and all of us in the things that we need help in this day and time. We were just sharing testimonies, mainly me and Nicole was sharing testimony about things that we've been through, mainly building on that tough skin. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm at the point now where I don't work. I don't work for anyone anymore at this point, but I had come through a way of life of help of working as well. Um, Ray, let me ask you a question. Are you still there? Because some things that I can share with you that can help you out with. Now, I know all over the country, they have banquet serving jobs, right? Because I did that. That's one of the last jobs I was doing before I got off doing any working for anybody. Banquet serving. And you can work at any time, anywhere. All you got to do is look up, if you got Google, or pull up banquet serving jobs, where all you're going to do, you're just going to need it all depends on how their dress wear is. But mostly it's like a black and white, a white shirt, black pants, black shoes, and maybe a bow tie. But mostly all you got to do is come. They'll ask you if you want to work, or they'll call you in. They'll tell you how much it's going to be. All you got to do is say yes or no. And that's at any time. That's at any time. You can call in and say, do you have work today? It's several different companies.
And that also depends on me having transportation. I don't have transportation.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. I understand that. But what I'm saying is that some of them will come and pick you up. We actually had one where they will come and pick us up and take us to the job. We'll do the job, and then they'll drop us off. The whole thing is finding out the information that you need. Just ask questions, call, ask questions, ask them what they're doing, because the whole thing is just getting your foot in the door. Once you get your foot in the door, this is something that you can do at any time. You can quit one and go to another one.
It's not that. It's unlimited on time. Like, I don't necessarily know, like where I'm at. Like I live in an industrial area. This is an industrial place, so them jobs could literally be an hour or something away. Or anything. It's just I'm limited on time because I have to be mindful. Also, my son goes to school and opens his mouth and say the wrong thing to people. I can end up getting a DCFS case. So I'm really mindful about certain things. That's why I
And
said
that's
I need
good.
to get a job because I'm already at the risk of losing my apartment already because I've been working. I haven't had a job in over a whole year, so I'm already at the risk of that. So for me, I'm grateful you all pray with me, but this is where I give up and tap out.
Right,
I'm just not. I'm not there no more mentally.
so let me ask a
I just
question.
honestly just go ahead and kill myself.
No, they don't need to do
That's
that,
where I'm
bruh.
at.
Bruh. You got to understand, you're doing a whole lot better than a lot of people already. Well, some people just give up. He gone. He dropped off. But the whole thing is that a lot of people don't even try. He ain't trying. Nicole, you still there? Nicole?
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah, so I
Right.
don't know if his phone dropped. I don't know if his phone died again or if he just dropped off. But like I said, it's up to a person to want. It's up to what a person want to do. I told him I wanted to talk to him after he got done, after we got done, because there were some things I wanted to share with him. But this goes to show where a person really is at. You know what I'm saying? What's your thoughts?
Right.
What's your thoughts on the conversation?
You know, um,
I don't know anything about Indiana, but I would think that it'd be a little more resources, but other states they I don't know. When he just threw me for a loop without telling me I just killed myself. I'm like, what? What the hell? What just happened?
That's the
Yeah,
whole point. You want me to tell you what I think?
well,
I think I'm just gonna say I think. I don't know.
uh-huh.
I think he might have been just looking for a handout.
But for $50 though? Well,
I look at it like this. He don't know what he could have got if he'd have stayed on here long enough.
you know what? We've been talking about that all week.
Was that?
All about the people just hopping on and hopping off. Yeah.
Listen,
You know,
I look at who's serious and who's not.
right.
To me, well, let's see what happened. He's
How
coming
did
back
you learn
again.
about the platform?
Huh?
How did you learn about the
I
platform?
don't. He said he came on. He said he came on. He seen me. He said he seen me sometime before he came on. And well, let me see. Let's see what happens in a few moments. See what happens. Okay. I'm still kind of weary because I really don't know him, but we just have to see. Okay.
Okay.
Hold on. Here you come. You there, bro? What happened?
I was coming to thank you all for everything. I don't want you all to think that I was just making this decision because of you all, but for me, this is where I'm just gonna take my son to the CFS. I'm just gonna go through it, killing myself.
Man, you don't need, man, bro. You don't need to do that.
No, I don't need to do it, but I'm being mindful. I don't like constantly walking on this earth knowing that I don't have nobody. I'm tired of that feeling. Like I said, I've been dealing with that feeling my entire life, and here I am, still 31, and still dealing with that feeling. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired.
Guess what? You say you 31.
My son deserves better than what I can give him. It's just I'm just I can't it's so much coming up this week. His whole birthday is this week. I'm not even gonna be able to give him a cake or nothing. He needs to go somewhere where he can just do better. Like last year, I couldn't do nothing for him because I wasn't working. I said it's been a whole year. I'm just tapped out. I'm tired of praying and just dealing with stuff. It's all right. I love you all.
But hold on, bro. Hold on. Slow down. Wait, hey, Ray, slow down.
I don't.
Ray, listen. You in a better position than a lot of people because you got.
So, but I mean, and that may be so right now, but mentally, I may not be in a better position than nobody else. Mentally, physically, they may not have went through what I went through younger.
Right.
Things that I've been through my situation now may be better, but I'm still battling things from the past that have happened to me.
And I understand.
At the end of the day, I'm still on this earth with nobody. Them people may have friends and stuff or family. I'm on this earth with not a soul. I'm not staying here like that. I appreciate you all, but I have to do what I need to do. And what I want to do is I'm just ending it. I'm done with it. I wake up every single day knowing I have nobody. Literally, if I had a mom, or an uncle, or cousin, or anything, I wouldn't even be this predicament right now. My family would have been got me my work items. I wouldn't even be in none of this stuff. I'm tired. I'm literally just done with life. It's not lifing. Life is horrible. And I heard you earlier saying, "Oh, if you wake up and all this, God loves you." Waking up is not a blessing, especially if you don't ask for it. If you don't ask to wake up, it's a curse. And for me, waking up has been a curse all my life.
Is that the way you actually feel?
No, that's the way. That's the way I feel. That's
So
how I feel. Since I can be waking up, I was taken from my family. You think I'll be happy?
So
I
let
went to 59 foster homes. You think I'm gonna be happy? No, I'm not gonna be happy. I'm constantly waking up. I'm going to hate it every single day of my life.
So let me ask you a question, Ray. The question I understand. Let me ask you a question. This the first time you had this conversation with me and Nicole, right?
With you all, yes, but I've had this conversation.
Wait a minute. Slow down. I'm trying to share something with you. I'm trying to get you to see something. This is the first time. You've had a conversation with me and Nicole, correct?
Yes.
So how do you know what's going to happen tomorrow after this conversation?
What do you mean tomorrow?
What I'm saying is, how do you know what may happen after this conversation if you don't get a chance to grow to the family that we're trying to share with you?
I don't even understand what you're asking.
What I'm saying is, all the stuff in the past was yesterday. Tomorrow's a different day. Tomorrow is the 20th. Today the 19th, right? Well, today was the 19th.
Yeah,
Tomorrow the
no,
2th.
no. I mean, I only have like I have to be at work in the morning. I'm looking at the right side. I would have had to get all of my items tonight, food, or I'm not gonna be able to take my son to the store in the morning before he has school. So I'm looking at things as they
But
are.
the point
I
is,
know for a
how do
fact
you
I'm
know
doing
what's
everything
going to
that I
happen
want.
between now and the morning is what I'm asking.
I have to be at work at 8 o'clock in the morning. I can't go nowhere in the morning. I'm not gonna be able to get up, take my son to school, go get my work items, and get to work and be there on time.
Right.
That's
But
impossible.
but the point I'm asking is, how do you know what can happen between now and then?
I don't care what can happen. I've made my decision. To be honest with you, I'm killing myself, and that's final. I don't care no more. I've literally been dealing with this for too long. I'm done. I literally have freaked out churches and everything today, and everyone has turned their back on me. I'm done.
Have we turned our back on
I'm
you?
not saying you all, but I'm not saying you all specifically. I don't even care to wait any longer though. I don't. When someone is done, they're done. At that moment, like this is it for me. Everything else is a maybe that's happening. Maybe it won't happen. If I don't know for certain, I'm not gonna keep doing that. And then tomorrow comes, I literally have to find. Then I'm stuck with nothing. And then like I just no. It is what it is. Like I said, I appreciate you all praying with me, but I've made my decision. And I'm yielding my mic because I'm not speaking no more. I've made my decision.
All right, bro. Well, I sure hate
All
that.
right.
Yeah, I sure hate that that's what you feel. You know, a lot of you can't change nobody's mind. A person like they say, you can't change a made up mind. All I can say is that this is the first time we met him, first time we had a conversation. You never know what goes no further than where you are.
God has his best interest.
It all depends on if it's interest in the creator. That's the difference.
Oh
See,
well,
You're right.
but that's
You're
the thing
right.
though. No one's going to keep. I mean, maybe you all are cool with that. I'm not gonna keep worshiping the Creator when He's showing me nothing. That's the difference. Like I said, like I don't think anybody understands it. Like I said, I've been with religious families, and so at the end of the day, and I've been with non-religious people, and I can see why people don't believe in God. I can understand why people don't, because people are tired of praying to somebody and still being raped constantly or things like that. What's the purpose? Like I don't believe in a God. First of all, I was raped. I was raped in three times back to back from foster families, three whole foster families, literally being raped. You think that I'm going to believe a God loves me when He's constantly letting a child who's 7 years old be raped? No, I'm not gonna believe that. You think I'm going to believe a God loves me when I'm constantly have been shipped through 59 foster homes when He could have done something to stop it and He didn't know? That's why I'm saying I will never believe that. That's why I say I'm going to go ahead and stop now because like it's just too much for me. It's just too much beyond my limit I can take. And for the stability of myself, I'm going to send my child to foster care, and I'm going literally so he doesn't have to see me kill myself. But that is what
So
I'm.
you're gonna send your child to foster care with
What
something
what what
where
what,
you
what if you expect me to do? Sit here and kill myself in front of him?
but no, no,
Kill
no,
myself?
no, no, no.
what
Listen at Ray,
foster care
Ray. Listen
with
at
Okay,
foster
but
care and what happened to
everybody's
you?
experience is not the same. I talked to somebody else who was a foster care. They told me they had an amazing family. You don't
Okay,
know what he can get blessed with. He can get blessed with a good family. Everybody's not the same. It doesn't even matter at this point. It's about what. It's about his safety, and his safety is not with me right now. So he has to go somewhere.
what I was about to say is that no matter what, you don't know what's going to happen because he may go through this.
And it's also it's not good for him to be with me while I get ready to kill myself either. So I rather send him to foster care for him to see me do that. Also, so it's either way. You rather me do that in front of him and just let him sit here and watch it?
Ray, maybe you should call 911 and let them know what you're about to do.
I'm not gonna call them so they can prevent it. No, Why would I want to
No,
take
I
you
mean
in?
just to get him
No,
out,
I
get
don't
him
want
out
them
of there.
preventing anything. They're going to come here and they're going to try to stop me from doing it. No, I want it to happen. So if people who could have helped me can realize what they've done to me, it's fine. I'm not doing none of that.
I mean, you're not hurting anybody
But yourself.
by you by what
Well,
whatever you
it's not. I'm not really hurting myself because I don't want to be here either. So that's not really hurting myself.
Ray, I just want to share this with you. Um, I know your past is it may seem glim, but you'll never know what your future look like because and I mean I can't. All I can say is that I can talk to you from this end of the screen and share with you that whatever happened in your past, you'll never know why or where your future may end up. You know what I'm saying? Now, I've never actually, I can't remember talking to someone on this level on what has happened to them. Some people I have talked to on a level certain things happen, but not to the point where you feel about what you want to do to yourself. But all I can say is this: is that
I don't want to do it to myself because of what happened to me. That has nothing to do with it. Like I said, it has nothing to do with what happened to me. It's not about my past. It's about my present. And I am not. I don't look at things from the past. I look at things from my present into my future. I look ahead of things, and I try to solve issues before it happened. At the end of the day, like I said, there's other things that I haven't even spoke about on this line because there's some things that I keep to myself.
that's
Like I
good.
said, you don't let everybody know your situation because my son will be taken away from me right now. As I said, that's why I said I don't let everybody know. First of all, I don't even have no food at home. I mean, my son hasn't even ate already in 24 hours. Now let him go to school tomorrow and say that to somebody. But he will be taken anyway. That's why I said I'm not dealing with people no more. I'm just learning to just not put my confidence or trust in people or ask people for nothing. That's why I said I'm just gonna go ahead and go because I'm done. I'm done with Earth. I'm done with life. I'm tired. I'm tired of every time this happens. I look at certain things in the future. I'm just yeah, like I said, I look at the present to my future, and I already know. And my son has a big mouth, so I'm very mindful about what my son says and what he doesn't say. Like I tell him every single day, don't go to school and say this because you will get taken from me. But at the end of the day, go ahead and go to school and say it now because it's best that he probably is taken from me at this point. It is. I'm not mentally even there. I mentally don't even want to be on Earth, so I shouldn't even have a child with me. That's the first thing. Second of all, I can't even feed you today, nor could I feed you yesterday. There's 48 hours for 6-year-old haven't ate. Yet yesterday we went to 3 church services today. Not one helped us. I have talked to over 50 some people, and not nobody has helped us. Why would you think that somebody would want to be on Earth still? Nobody's gonna want to keep dealing with that every single day, and then knowing tomorrow is gonna be the same situation. Because what's gonna be tomorrow different? I'm gonna be talking to the exact same people in the exact same area. Two, there's gonna be the same problem. It's gonna keep going. It's gonna be a cycle. It's gonna keep going and repeating. I've been down this line already. That's why I said I'm gonna end this now. There's a cycle that's going to keep repeating. That is why people go out here and they end up do committing suicide because they realize honestly their cycle is not going to complete. You can't tell somebody that tomorrow can be different when they don't have nobody who can make tomorrow different. There's a difference.
Well, I want to share this with you. I want to share this with you. Like I'm trying to get you to see and understand something at this point. I don't know when the last time you came on, because you said you came on once before. You didn't say anything or what have you, and I don't know how long ago that was. I don't know how your position was then. But the key that I'm getting at is that you online with us right now. Me, Sister Nicole Bell, as you can see. My wife just chimed in. I don't know if she's listening now, but she just chimed in. That's my wife, Miss Joe. But the only thing I'm saying is this is your first conversation with us tonight, right? And like I was telling before, when you fell off for the second time before you came back in, it was some things that I was talking to Nicole about while you was off that didn't know why you fell off, but I'm glad you came back in. But the whole point is that everything happens for a reason. Now I don't know your situation before you. I mean, you shared a little bit of information with us about some of the stuff that happened, some of the stuff in the past. compared to where you at right now. Now, like I said, you'll never know what'll happen between now and tomorrow. Right now, you're speaking on things that what you think for tomorrow, but you don't know what'll happen between the conversation you're having with us and tomorrow morning. You don't know what's going to happen. Now, me, myself, I know you said that what you're talking about doing and this and that. You know, I mean, we way over here. You in not Illinois, but you in I forgot the name of the city.
He's in Indiana.
Indiana. He's in Indiana. See, you in Indiana. All I know is that right now we're having a conversation with you. And in the conversation we're having with you is to let you know that things will always get better. You will have to allow it to get better because as long as I mean, anybody can think that they're at the end of their rope. No matter what it is, anybody can think that at the end of the rope. You'll never know what tomorrow will bring because, like I said, this is the first conversation you've had with us. Now,
some people just not in the mindset to know what tomorrow brings.
Exactly.
I don't even want to know what tomorrow brings. And also I would never believe that things just get better because in my life things have only gotten worse. So that statement isn't true at all.
So what about the conversation you had with us tonight? You think this is a bad conversation?
I'm not saying that this conversation is bad, but it doesn't mean things got better. I'm just in the midst of having a good conversation. But at the end of the day, I'm still, before I came on this line, my son had nothing to eat. By the end of tonight, we're still not gonna have nothing to eat. So nothing's gotten better. The situation stayed the same. It just I was in the midst of having a good conversation. That's not things getting better.
But you don't know that.
Gotten worse.
You don't know that. That's the whole point. This conversation haven't even ended yet.
I didn't say that it has. All I'm saying is I'm just in the midst of having a good conversation. That's what I said.
Meaning you're in a good conversation right now. You don't know what's going to happen after the conversation because the conversation hasn't ended yet. Right?
I'm confused on what you're saying. Like
I know. What I'm saying is this.
Things have gotten better. I'm just saying things have not gotten better though.
But stop saying that. That's the point.
I'm not, but it's the truth. When I first came on this call, when I first came on the phone call, I didn't even want to kill myself. I just said I was gonna do that.
Why?
Nothing has gotten better. Things have actually gotten worse. I'm not gonna lie to myself. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in manifestation things because I used to do that, and all it did was depress me even more. I'm not if I wasn't able to receive something or whatever it was I was trying to manifest didn't come true. It would just depress me more. So I don't believe in manifesting things and talking things into existence.
Well, let me ask a question. Let me share an example. Let me share an example with you. And it's something that this
things for what they really are.
Okay, let me share something with you that actually happened with me when I was in Atlanta. And I was talking, I knew this brother that actually brought information to me that, and I didn't even know anything about it. This brother, I will always say, like you're saying right now, can't stop, no, ain't, this ain't gonna happen, that ain't stop, no, ain't, all that right there is energy, whether you know that or not. That's energy. And when you say that, you draw that. Every time you say ain't, stop, can't, not, won't, you draw energy to you that helps you or that prevails that for you because you keep saying ain't, stop, won't, not. I actually stopped doing that. I actually stopped saying it won't stop. It won't. It don't. And this ain't gonna happen. And when I started saying positive stuff, and I'm giving you the facts. When I started talking positive, and I said, okay, this is going to happen, or whether you believe it or not, I'm telling you facts. I reworded my conversation.
Manifesting.
Exactly, but I did it.
That's what I just said. I don't manifest no more because I did that before for a while.
Well, you must then keep it up because if you'd have kept it up, you wouldn't be saying it now.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I've been through 50 foster homes. You think I've never manifested for years? I've manifested for years. I've manifested at a young age that I was gonna get adopted. Never was adopted. I will never manifest again. Listen,
You still.
I will never do it like It's just certain things, like I said, God does not love me. You all can say all you guys want to, but like I said, God does not love me, and no one will make me think different.
Well, I
I
can't.
have made my decision, and I
I
will be committing suicide.
uh,
I will. There's nothing else to hear out. I will be committing suicide. I have made my mind. I'm done being here.
what you about to say, Nicole?
No, I was just saying, like, I mean, earlier, he said that he get food stamps and cash or whatever, some kind of, some sort of assistance monthly or whatever.
Yeah,
But
Yeah, but
yeah,
that's on the first, like I said, and like I said, that is all cut. That is all cut down. If you don't get all in food stamps, if you get in cash and food stamps, they don't give you the full amount in food stamps and cash. They split that up. I don't get food stamps for myself no more. Period on that food card because I am no longer working. I must be working in order to receive food stamps. Period. The untapped food stamps I
you
get,
have to work
the
to
untapped
receive food stamps.
yes, that's the law now in every state. If you are not working at least 40 hours a week, you don't qualify for food stamps unless you're an elder
that's
and you're
surprising.
elderly. If you go back and look it up, you have to be working 40 hours a week now in order to qualify for food stamps because of the Republicans. That's why I said everything has changed. That's why I said I'm cut off. The only reason why I still receive them is for my son. And that is not that's they're only giving you the little portion for that 6-year-old. So you're not getting $200 some dollars, $100 some dollars. You're literally getting what they give you for a 6-year-old. That's it. And then if you want cash also, they're gonna split that in half. Whatever you so if you were supposed to get $100 for that one kid and you wanted cash, they'll give you 50 cash, 50 food stamps. That's it. That 50 food stamps is not gonna take no kid a whole month. The other kid's gonna be done with that in a week. That's why I said they're making things out here impossible for people anyway. That's what the government is doing. That's why people are done with. That's why people are done out here. That's why people are outside struggling with their kids on the street right now. That's literally the problem. I don't think people are understanding that. But yes, if you look up on the internet, you must be working 40 hours a week to receive food stamps. And guess what? If your job is a job that pays $20 or more, you won't even be getting that with food stamps because they're gonna tell you make too much money to receive food stamps. That's the whole point. The whole point is to make sure nobody is on food stamps. That's why when Trump said he wanted America to go back to old America, that's what he meant. That's why I said I don't think people understand it. The whole idea was to put black people in jeopardy.
Well, let me ask you. The number one, what was food stamps for?
What do you mean? What was it for? It was to help people who needed it. It was for people who could not work or who did not. Really, originally it was for mothers who had kids.
Okay,
That's really who it was for.
okay.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Come on, Nicole.
That's how
No,
I
it
feel like.
wasn't. It was to take the black man out of the house.
That's what welfare and that stuff was for at that time.
To remove the black man out of the house.
Well,
And
I don't know. Like I said, I'm not that old, so I really don't
well,
understand.
right
And
now,
that's
what's
getting
going?
and besides,
What?
that's getting off topic.
No.
We were
What the
talking
key?
about
The key is to be. Remember, I told you when we talk straight. We family. We talk straight. We let you know what's going on. We don't point blame because when you do this, it's three fingers pointing back. We have to look at the situation for what it is. So what we're saying
what
is,
my situation is. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at my situation with clear eyes and what it is. I'm not starting that job tomorrow. I'm not gonna sit here and keep and manifest. Oh, I'm gonna start this job. Why would I do that when I know I only have literally less than 3 hours?
what's gonna
I'm
happen?
not,
What's
I'm not
going?
gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna believe that. And
So
not
so
believe that this is
so
my seventh job turning down. You think I'm gonna keep believing stuff like that? No, I'm not. I'm going to put myself out of this misery.
so wait a minute. So how many jobs is there in that city where you at besides that one job?
Jobs that I can commute to. You mean? Like I said, I don't have transportation, so I'm not gonna be out here trying to apply any and everywhere when I don't even have transportation because I can't get a
Well,
bus pass.
I have a question, Ray. Why did you choose this platform to come on and share with us that you're gonna commit suicide?
First of all, I didn't choose this platform to come on here and share that because when I first came on here, I just said I didn't have that mindset. So that is incorrect.
So what made
Okay, so
what
you
made
so
you come to that
you
point
didn't
then?
have that mindset when
When I first
you
came on here,
first
no, but
came
that's why
on
I just said
here.
things have gotten worse. I just said that. He said
Okay,
things
yeah,
gotten
okay.
better.
You said okay. You didn't have that mindset when you first came on here.
Okay, but doesn't mean things can't change.
That's what we getting at.
Well, that's what Mickey, I was just telling you things can change, and you're saying that no, it can't happen overnight. So I mean, come on, what
Because
we talking about?
there's a difference in that. There's a total difference in that. In my situation, my job, that can't change overnight. I would have to go to the store 2 nights to get my items. I wouldn't be able to go into the morning. I have to be at work in the morning at 8:30
it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Okay, then exactly. I just did that.
Okay, it's not gonna happen. Yeah, but don't come on talking about that. You didn't have that mindset before you came on here or whatever.
First of all,
you know what? If that's how you feel, you know what? You'll go sleep on it.
No.
I was talking to Mr. Harris. So you please stop talking to me.
No, wait. Let's slow down. Let's slow down. She's asking. She's only asking because.
Before she even came on, me and you were talking.
Right, but Ray, you got to understand.
I don't have to deal with.
Ray.
Don't step it up to me for the rest of this call, man.
Ray, you got to understand. She was asking the question because you got to
and to talk to somebody like that who don't even want to live right now.
But you got to understand, Ray. But the whole point is.
That push people to do stuff. That's what I'm saying. It's things like that. It's attitudes like that. Comments that people say like that.
Ray,
right there.
but slow down, Ray, slow down. Let me ask you the question, Ray. You gotta remember, she only asking you a question because you said that.
She said don't come on here talking that type of stuff. And if she didn't mean it that way, she should have cleared it up and said I didn't mean it that way.
But Ray,
being silent and muted her phone.
Sit here
She could have came on here and apologized and said that's not how I meant that. You said it nasty and disgusting.
No, and Ray, no, she didn't. What she was doing, she was asking you a question.
She just said, well, don't come on this call saying that you want to keep this, you want to end your life and stuff.
Ray, but Ray, but every time we kept.
She shouldn't have opened her mouth because I didn't have that mindset.
But Ray, now you're snapping. But my question to you is this: you said you didn't think that until a later time. She's only asking you, why would you even?
You said he's saying she's asking. She didn't ask anything.
But no, you said that. You said that.
Come on here doing that.
Ray.
Who are you to tell me what to do?
But Ray, she ain't telling you what to do. She's asking you a question because we try to help you out.
I'm just trying to say that I'm just speak. She's not doing nothing to help my situation. She's not. First of all, who is she to tell me what to do is the first thing.
Wait a minute, Ray. Let's slow down. Let's slow. Number one, Ray.
Do nothing to help my situation.
Ray.
You're not offering up no support.
Ray.
Hello.
Thank you.
Hello.
Now, Ray, that's my wife right there. Now, what I'm trying to share with you, hold on, baby. What I'm trying to share, and thanks for catching that attention. What I'm trying to share with you is certain things you brought on here that you didn't have to bring on, that you didn't have to say. And every time we tried to share with you a certain situation, you kept going on a certain area. I was trying to be nice because they know how I am. I'm trying to be nice about the situation as well. But she was just saying, and she was just making it clear because every time we try to give you a certain type of situation, you would say a certain thing. And like I said, it was certain things that I was talking about before you came back on. And what I'm saying is, when you said you want to do that, you said that after you actually said that after the prayer. After the prayer, when you brought that point of view out. That's the first thing you asked me when you first got on in part one.
No, I said that my first time saying what I was going to do was before the prayer.
It was after the prayer.
I typed in the comments.
I didn't see the comment.
And then I left.
I didn't see the comment.
I left the first time.
Right.
While you were praying, I typed it in the comments.
I didn't see the comment, bro.
But you all not listening. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said though. That's why I said it's a lot of things that you all don't know. That's why I said that. And all I'm saying to her was, I don't care to speak to her no more, honestly. But at the end of the day, like I said, it was disrespectful. When someone is on the line saying what they want to do and they don't want to live, you don't come off with that type of tone saying, it is here. I already said, well, you're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get it.
What she was saying is this, Ray.
But you don't do that. How she could have been going through a situation what she said, and I could have been and I could have been nasty and had
But she wasn't being nasty, Ray. What she was doing is saying the same thing you were saying. You were saying the fact. Listen, Ray, listen. She was telling you the same thing you were saying. You kept saying this ain't gonna happen. This ain't gonna happen. Now, listen for a minute. Listen. Listen, Ray. Your point is you kept saying that this was not going to happen. This was not going to happen. You listen, Ray. Slow down for a minute and understand your own words.
At the same time.
Right. And what it is
I'm trying to explain what I'm upset about what she said.
You'll have to let him speak until he's done speaking. We have to respect one another on this platform.
That is true, but I'm not even done speaking and y'all steady talking while I'm talking. I was never done talking.
Okay, what I'm saying is allow Ray to speak, and when he's done talking, then he has to be quiet and allow you to speak.
Well, actually, he was done when I was speaking.
No, I was not done. I was saying that I'm not upset at her for that reason. I'm upset because she came on here. She literally didn't even know when I came on. And then on top of that, you came on late. So you don't know what I came on this line and said. So the first thing what she was invalid at was wrong was saying I came on this line saying that I wanted to kill myself. That's not what I came on this line saying. That was the first thing. The second thing she was wrong at was telling me, don't come on here. Why did you choose us? What did you mean? That is disrespectful. You're basically telling me, go ahead and leave. Why are you on this line with us? It's disrespectful when I just said that I feel like I'm not accepted nowhere and everybody turns my back on me. So for you to say that right after I said it, it's disrespectful. It goes to show her personality. She showed me who she really was tonight, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful. At this point, I don't care for no apology. I don't care if she meant it that way or not meant it that way. I don't want her saying nothing else to me, and that's my choice. I have a right to say that. And if y'all don't like that, I will leave the line. I don't like being disrespected. And at the end of the day, all this time, she could have spoke up and just said, if you took it that way, that's not the way I meant it. I apologize. And she still has not came off her mic and said that. So I know for a fact
you didn't want her apology. So that's why she's not apologizing.
I said that afterwards when it was already 10 to 15 minutes afterwards after having a talk.
Let him finish, baby.
She said what she said, and she meant how she said it. I'm not born yesterday. I'm not stupid. I can tell people's personality, and she was wrong for what she said. I don't know if you guys are not understanding that. I would never come, if someone came on my line and they had a answer like that, I would never tell them, why did you choose us? That is disrespectful.
Let me know when you're done.
That is disrespectful. I am done, but I am getting ready to, I'm going to wait to see what you guys say, and after that, I will be hanging up.
Okay, Ray. Okay, now let me share with you this. Remember, I told you we straight shooters on here. When we talk as family and we share information. Now, what happened was this, and you got to understand, the whole time we was talking, and as far as I'm concerned, after the prayer, what you asked me to do when you first came on, you asked me to pray for you, what have you, but we carried the conversation all through part one. I said I was going to pray. I'm come on the second part, and I'm going to pray because you asked me to pray for you. And on the second part is when I prayed on part two. After the prayer is when you mentioned. Now, we didn't see the tick, but I didn't see the chat because chat don't come up in my end like that. I have to go into it. But it was after the prayer when you said you wanted to, quote unquote, end yourself or what have you. I don't talk like that. But it was after that is when you start speaking on that. Now, if anything you said before that, we didn't hear. But the point is, even though you spoke on that, no matter every time we kept sharing with you about a certain situation, certain things, and we don't know your situation wholeheartedly. All we know is that we're trying to give you certain scenarios and situations that can help you out. We're trying to share with you. We told you about unemployment. We shared with you about different jobs. I even shared with you about banquet serving, where you can get a banquet serving job at any time. We shared with you about different scenarios, different situations, and certain. I even shared with you about getting a bucket, a bucket, a rag, some wheel shine, and started trying to do that. We share with you situation after situation after situation. And then I also share with you, and it's not about manifest. It's just about the energy you bring in that you give. I can understand that you've been through a lot in your past. You've been through a lot in your past and things that you've been through. We all have been. I've been through. I told you I was homeless. When I say homeless, I was actually sleeping under shrubs out in the cold. I was there for a few months. So I know different situations. I understand different situations. Everybody goes through things in life. You're 31 now. You're still learning things. You're still coming. You're just crossing into your Saturn's return, which I didn't get a chance to share with you. You're just at 29. When you get 29 years old, you're starting your Saturn's return, which is your second part of life. You're 31 now. You're just 2 years in. You're on a whole different life path right now. You got a lot to learn because there's a lot that you're going to have to go through to learn life. And as you learn life, you're going to look at your past for the present, for your future. But you have to understand where you are. Right now, that's why I kept telling you, you'll never know between now and tomorrow what may happen. But in your between now and tomorrow, you kept saying what's not going to happen, what's this and what's that, and what you plan to do to yourself. Now, I'm not one to tell a person what to do to themselves or not, but you have a life to live. It's up to you to give away what you have because you're where you're at right now. It all depends on what you decide to do with your life. And all she was doing, and you got to understand the words that she was saying. She didn't tell you to end yourself. She didn't say that. What she said was that she agreed with what you were saying. You were saying that you ain't going to get a job tomorrow. You ain't going to do this. And she said, well, it ain't going to happen. Or she was just letting you know. And I'm telling you what I know because I know her. Me and her, we kick it all the time. And I get on her about stuff all the time. But I'm telling you, all she did is tell you what you were saying to yourself. See, people don't like looking. When I say when you point the finger, you got to look at the 3-point back. People don't like to look at themselves when they're saying certain things. When all she was just telling you is that, well, it ain't going to happen. Well, it ain't going to happen. You saying that it's not going to happen. You kept saying that. You kept saying, well, it's not going to happen. This not going to happen. You ain't trying to say, okay, well, let me see. Let me see what could happen. Or you ain't even try to when everything we was trying to give you positive or some type of change, everything was always negative.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go because that's really not what happened at all.
Well, actually, we got the tape. This is being recorded. So if you want to hear it, you can hear it for yourself.
You can go back because I never said when you all told me about the unemployment. I asked, what did I ask? Can you do it after a year and a half? There was nothing negative about it, period.
Ain't what we're saying.
You told me about the candy thing.
That's not what we're saying.
I didn't bring that up. Your sister was the one who brought up that.
But that's not what we're saying, bruh.
I never turned down anything negative.
No, that's not what we're saying. We're going by your words.
Again, you all steady saying that. No, you didn't. You just said that I was negative about everything.
No, I didn't say everything. I said the certain thing we were talking about. You kept saying no, and that's the reason why I told you.
Did anybody else not just hear that? He just said everything that we brought up to you.
I didn't say everything.
You did.
I didn't say everything. What I'm talking about is when you kept saying no, everything. It's recorded, bro.
You just said everything else again.
When I'm saying everything, you know what I'm talking about. Every time we kept telling you this and that.
At the end of the day, like I said, I'm just gonna get ready to go because y'all not listening to anything. I'm not even mad about her repeating everything that I said. That's not even what I'm mad about. I'm mad because she just sat there and asked me, "Why did you choose us? Why did you come on this line saying you wanted to kill yourself?" No, I did not. Don't lie on me. Do not lie on me. I don't care who you are. Don't lie on me.
Well, she didn't. I don't think.
So you didn't say you wanted to kill yourself?
I did not come. No, your words were you came on this line saying that. You weren't even on the line when I came.
No. What she's talking about is where you at by you saying it.
No, that's the first thing she made a mistake at. Don't lie on me. Second, that's the first thing.
But you gotta.
You weren't even on here. Then you was on here for a whole 30 to 40 minutes before I even made that. Before I even said that. So you knew that in the first place.
No, that was in the second part. It's the fact, Ray. It's the fact that you said it, Ray. It's the fact that you said it.
I said I said, you said in this line you wanted to. Don't say I came on this line.
No, it's the fact that you, Ray.
What the world is going on?
What it is, we got a brother on here that's looking for some help.
And I don't like being lied on.
No, Ray.
Okay. When I came in,
to ask somebody, excuse me, I'm sorry, but then to ask somebody, why did you choose us? When, first of all, I told y'all, because she wasn't even in the call when I first came on here. That's what I'm saying. If you weren't in the call in the first place, don't speak on something you don't know. Because when I first came on, I specifically asked him for prayer.
Hold on, babe. Let him say what he's saying, because one thing.
No, I'm not talking to you. You know, not you. I'm talking to whoever Bill is.
Oh.
Yeah, he's talking about Nikki.
I heard you say you wanted to keep in your life.
No, when she first came, what she said was, why did you come on this line saying you wanted to kill yourself? First of all, when I first came on, she wasn't even on.
That wasn't what she meant, though, Ray.
I asked for prayer. So the true fact is, you should have said, why did you come on this line asking for prayer, and then say you're going to kill yourself? That's what she should have asked.
But she didn't.
Lie and make it seem like why it's being recording. Don't make it lie and make it seem like
Ray.
I was going to do that.
Ray.
That is a bad image on me. I don't deal with that type of stuff.
But Ray, let's slow it down. Let's slow it down. What it is, Ray, is the fact that it was said is what she meant. We all see, we don't talk like that over here. We do not talk like that over here. We don't talk like that over here.
I feel like if she would have said, if it was the fact that it was said, I feel like she would have said, don't come on our line saying you're gonna kill yourself. Don't ask me why did I come on here, or don't come on this line saying that. You literally.
But Ray,
why did you come on this line saying you gonna kill yourself? And then right there, it perceived. What perceived it was, why did you choose us?
Exactly, Ray. You got to understand what. Go ahead, baby.
If you all came on one of my calls and a disagreement happened, and I said, why'd you come on my call saying that? But yet, why did you even choose me? You would consider that I have a nasty attitude.
No, Ray.
I want to know why you chose. Why you chose us? I wouldn't consider you having a nasty attitude. I just want to know why.
But with that type of tone she had.
But that's all she was asking.
No, she was not asking that.
That was what she was asking.
That's what she was asking.
He don't like the tone.
What you mean she don't talk?
There's a tone that certain people speak with. And if a person don't like the tone,
at first
they will have a problem.
Me and her was talking for a whole 35 minutes before the situation happened. And her tone was not that.
Right.
Her tone was not that. She had hostility in her tone when I wasn't even speaking to her. I was speaking to your husband at the time.
Right.
And then she opened her mouth out of term while I was speaking to him and had tone in her mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was that.
I guess I'm used to her because we have our conversations like that. But I understand what you're saying, Ray. I understand what you're saying, but only
if I disrespected her, I'm sorry because I don't disrespect women. I would apologize. I just don't want an apology from her because I know that's what she meant. I know for a fact that's what she meant.
Well,
I don't care no more.
Right. But Ray,
because I don't want us to be doing this. I don't like this type of stuff.
Right.
This is the type of stuff that I don't like. I don't like arguing with people. I don't like that. So can we just?
Yeah, we can move on. I don't like it either.
I don't like
none of us do.
Move on to something else.
I don't like that stuff. And
what are we talking about?
Well, actually, baby, what actually happened? Ray came on. He was kind of destroyed. I really was trying to figure out who he was because you know how we have certain type of calls come on here and what type of people be putting stuff up. So me and him was having a conversation, and then when me and him was having a conversation, first thing he asked me to pray for him, and I just started asking him questions about what was going on, and he was just telling me about his work situation and things like that. So and this is just open conversation, but he was just going through certain situations and we was talking. So as we were talking, Nicole chimed in and we were just having a conversation, and mainly we were just trying to give him situations to help him in his life. It's just there's certain things he's going through now. He done been through a bad past, put it like that. His past was bad, and we've just trying to give him certain situations and scenarios that can help him out, and in trying to help him out, put it like that. In trying to help him out, with the Nicole, she was good, everything happened. Then after the prayer, which was part 2. When I remember when I told you to get on, that was when we was in our break. And then in part 2, after I did the prayer, and then this is when the conversation of ending life came about. And here we don't talk like that. So here we don't even talk like that. We don't have that kind of conversation. And I know Nicole probably got disturbed because behind that, because we all know each other. She probably got kind of disturbed behind that, and me myself, I try to keep it calm and everything like that as well. But we don't want nobody to go through situations like that, and
No. Why are we wanting to end our life?
and that's what I'm saying. So wait, let me finish, Ray. Let me finish my what I'm saying. So that came about. And like I said, he has a son he's trying to take care of.
How old is his son?
6. Let me finish, baby. I'll let you.
I just want to know how old
He's 6. He's 6.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, he's trying to take care of his son. He's going through certain situations, and we online, so there's only so much we can say online. You don't want to let anybody know all your business online.
Yeah.
So and he only can say so much online because he says a whole lot more that he's going through as well. So, and we understand, because like I said, we all go through certain situations. I was where he is. Like I said, I was homeless at one time, and there's a lot of things that I've been through, and I can understand things that he may be going through. And what I kept sharing was there's things that make it happen between tomorrow and tonight that can be different. And majority, and in the conversation is what I'm saying, because this is the same thing I know Nicole meant and what I meant, but when I said by saying no, not that, it's not saying through the whole situation. It's the fact that it was mainly being said throughout a lot of the conversation that we were sharing. Not saying that he was saying it all the time. No different than he didn't say he was going to do that throughout the whole conversation. It's just the fact that that was being said on this line, because we don't talk like that. So when she's mentioned that, and when I'm just kind of straightening everything out, because this is the way it is, we don't talk like that here. Right here we try to find solutions. We try to help people. We try to do what we can in conversation. And if we can guide somebody to a certain situation, we'll do that. But here we don't, here on this line and where we at, we don't talk negative. We don't talk, even though people may be in a negative mindset. We try to bring it from a negative to a positive. We try to help people in what they can and what we can with what we know. And if we can help them with what we know, but if a person has a negative condensation on them with almost everything they say, with no, not, won't, there's almost nothing you can do if that person's mindset is made up. So in a sense, when Nicole was saying, well, why would you pick this platform on saying on saying certain situations? And I understood where Nicole was coming from when she said it, and her tone may be a little off, but I understand what she said. I mean, I don't even look at tones and stuff like that, even though I know some people, and then everybody not the same. So I understand that. So I can kind of understand maybe why Ray may have got offended on that. So on that point, he may have gotten offended because of the tone, but I understood when she was saying, well, why would you come on here saying that, and a situation on the way it is? Because no one can do no more for you than you, but we can help you with what we can if it's allowed. And that's all I'm saying. So Ray, we haven't turned you away. We haven't tried to turn you away.
No, I don't feel like y'all turned me away. I mean, I'm not saying, well, I don't feel like you are.
Right, and Nicole did. The whole point is that she don't.
I get that.
Right. Okay. Let me finish up. Let me finish my point. Then let me finish my point.
Like her point before.
Right. Let me finish up. Ray. Let me finish up. Cause I'll let you finish. Let me finish up. I mean, we here. Like I told you, we straight shooters. Where we at? We talk straight up with you. And like I said, when she said it's not gonna happen, she didn't mean it the way that you. I understood what she meant. She said the same thing you were saying. You just took it the wrong way. Because when you said, well, it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen, it's not going to, all she did is just agree with you. Well, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. That's all she was doing, was agreeing with you. Well, what you're going to do next is mainly what was coming up next. Because if that's not going to happen, you have to say, well, you even said I'm a problem solver. So we know that if that's not going to happen, if you say it's not going to happen, what's next? That's the next move. And that's the whole point that she was about to get at next. And I know her because we've been talking I've been knowing her for almost 2 years now. And we go, and when I say we go at it, we go at it. And when and a lot of times we go at information and I share with her because I try to keep a level head on things I'm seeing. And a lot of times you heard her when she got online. She said when she was trying to punch her stuff in and they said that, well, you have to go home because of certain situation, usually she'd have got hot. But since she's been amongst us, she understands it might have been meant for me to leave. She didn't get hot tonight because she had, the matter of fact, look at what I'm saying. The fact that she left is because she on this line right now. She might have been meant to get on this line tonight. See, we understand things happen for a reason. See, the fact that she even here, she's at work right now. She don't even be on Sunday nights. She go to work from 7 or 8 until in the morning. She don't even be. The fact that she's here now, it means that it was meant for her to be here. This is how we think. This is how we think. And that's one of the reasons why, that might be the reason why she's on the line right now, because of whatever happened and whatever conspired, maybe because of what may have happened tonight. It's a reason for her to be here tonight. Because you know something? I wouldn't have came off like it because I'd have still been trying to, like she kind of put out there, pacifying. We're straight up. And we got, in order to be straight up, we got to be straight up in the things that we're in. And if you're in something, you got to get past it. So we don't babysit, we don't coddle, but I understand we all go through something. We understand you going through something. We all understand. My baby, she just got in, my wife just got in. Nicole know you're going through, because she's going through, well, I don't think she's going through something no more like she was, but she used to go through stuff. So the whole point is, like she shared with you when she first got on, we're a family. We try to help each other. And if one of us can't help you, if you get on to one of the calls where we at, somebody may have something to help you out with. But the key is having a positive attitude, a positive mindset, because you'll never know what tomorrow will bring from where you at right now. Tomorrow is always a new day. Every day brings something new. It all depends on where you at, where you want to be, where you want to go. And as long as the mindset is still, well, it ain't going to happen, this ain't going that, I mean, that's an energy that you're carrying. You got to take that energy and switch it. Even though what you did in the past is in the past. This is your first night with us. You'll never know. After talking to us tonight and getting back on with us as we grow, you'll never know what will happen from this point on. Why? It's because you with a whole group of new people. You with a whole new energy. You with somebody totally different than where you was. Then that energy about doing that, would nobody want to hear that? And I'm not saying that's what you want to do or don't want to do. Nobody wants to hear somebody want to end. We're about life. We're about love. We're about life. We're about help. We're about doing what we can for each other and with each other. So all I'm saying is I understood what she meant. You may not have, because this your first night with us. And even though you feel the way you feel, and when I was saying, you were saying that, I wasn't meant throughout the whole night. I meant the fact that it was being stated while we were talking. When she said that you came on here, she don't meant the whole night. She meant that's the fact that you said it and you brought it on this platform. That's all she meant. She didn't mean it like you've been saying it the whole night or whatever. When we do stuff out of love. We try to talk, and sometimes we have to use tough love. When she was saying, well, it ain't gonna happen, that's tough love. If it ain't gonna, me and her go into it all the time, and I have to get on her. When I say I have to get on her, bruh, we get down. When I say we get down, I bring it to her. And the whole thing is she understands. So I'm just saying, bruh, we here, this is open arms. All we want you to do is accept what we're trying to share with you, because now you got somebody to talk to. You kept saying you ain't got no family. There's a family here. But you have to accept yourself in the family. You have to want to be here and want to accept, okay, I got a new family. Let me call and talk. We talk to each other all the time. You can call her. She'll talk to you at any time, all day, all night. All it is that we are about family. We're about building. It's not about breaking down. It's not about ending. It's about building where we at. And as long as you with building, we can build together. We'll try to help you out. We'll try to do what we can. But you have to understand, we all about love, and sometimes it's tough love. We have to understand tough love. If like I said, me and her, and I can talk about stuff right now, but that's just irrelevant about the conversation me and her done been had. When I say tough love, we still here talking to each other. Some people argue and they hang up and they don't want to talk to each other no more. We don't do that. It ain't about that. It ain't about not talking to nobody no more. It's about get through it and make it happen. Get past it, make it happen. We got things we got to do. We got to get past them feelings. We past that. Me and her, like I said, we past that. We don't even, it's so much that we can tell you that we done been through, but you see, we still right here. And not with just me, a lot of us. We got family. That's what I'm saying. This is family. So if you want to be a part of the family, bro, we right here for you. If you don't, that'll be on you. But we don't turn people away. So all she was doing is just agreeing with you. It may have seemed like in a different tone, but she was agreeing with you. You were saying it. All she was doing was agreeing. That's tough love. Sometimes we have to see ourselves in the things that we do. So I just wanted to share that, bro. I'm done, but I just want you to understand how we do here. We don't talk about certain things and we don't bring certain things to this level because we're not about that. We're about love. We're about building. We're about tough love. We're about building and we're about life. And we're about the creator here. We know how the creator works. No different than I told you the reason why she ain't going to work tonight. The reason why she ain't going to work is because she where she at right now. And this whole conversation is because of what she said. Think about it. We see things totally different than the world do. So I just wanted to share that. Baby, if you wanted to come in, or Ray, if you wanted to come back, bro, you open. We family here. It's tough love, but it's about love all the way around. So if, like I said, as long as you here until we get done, bro, I had some word. I had something to share with you before we got off anyway. But it was up to see where you was going from this point. So, like I said, this family, it all depends on how you want to deal with the family, that this newfound family, if you want to be a part of it. If you're there.
Can I say something?
Yes, baby.
Ray, what would be the solution right now at this moment for your need?
Just trying to get assistance with just trying to get my work items up at this point and my work items so I can begin. But I will say to Miss Bill, like I said, I do apologize. And I do understand where she's coming from when she was saying that, I understand that, because like I said, I've been in those shoes before. It's just, I took it that way. And I'm going to say what's plain to her why I took it that way. I took it that way because her tone was not like that when we first started talking. That's the first thing. Then, when she first said it, it wasn't tone either, really. It was repeatedly said. She said it at least twice or three times. Then after that, it perceived to be, why did you come on this line saying that? Or better yet, why did you even choose us? That is what really upset me more, because it was basically seeming like you rather me not be here. And that's how I was perceiving it as. That's why I said, I'm not going to say when people are turning their backs on me. I was referring that to her because to ask somebody, why did you choose us? Like, and then for the other things that preceded before that, it was it just threw me off guard. So if she did not mean it that way, I do apologize to you, Miss Bell, because that's not my type of character. I don't want you to ever think that. I apologize for calling you having a disgusting lady, saying that you have a terrible, nasty attitude. I apologize for that. That was not right of me to say.
Okay. I just want
I talk now, Ray?
Yeah,
just one second. I'm not done talking to Ray. Just give me a minute. Ray, my question was, at this point in time, at this moment, what would be your solution for us?
All right, got that, baby.
Us,
baby.
Help you.
Baby.
Yes.
I was going to slow down on that, okay?
I
slow down on that, okay? I told you, let's slow down. Let Nicole come in. I got you, baby. Go ahead, Nicole.
okay, no, because I remember earlier. Remember what I said that if anyhow the deliverance come off, let us know. If it offends you, let us know because we're family. As I did say that in the beginning.
You did.
I did say that. So don't ever believe me. If I hear somebody saying that they're gonna kill their stuff, I'm not gonna tell you to okay, well go away. But when you kept what you were saying and okay, this is not gonna happen. This is gonna happen. Only thing I can do is agree with you at this point now because I mean I seem like we were trying everything, and then it was just from your your experience that you're going through. I know that when the doors keep closing, you're angry, and everything that you said, I didn't take any of that. I mean, that didn't bother me at all. You got it off your chest. That's good. You okay, right?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Okay.
And again,
You don't have to apologize. You don't listen. You know what? You don't have to apologize for anything. You don't have to apologize for anything.
well, I feel like when I know when I know that I'm kind of like wrong, in a situation. That's why I said I wanted to go ahead and apologize because I don't like calling it because I'm my character, and I don't, especially with a woman, I try my best to not do that with women, like especially That's why I said it's not me. Like, that's why I said, even when we were arguing at first, I don't know if you all heard me. I said, I'm not even going to do this because you're a woman. I don't know if anyone even heard me say that. Like, but I even said, like,
Yeah, we heard you say
We heard you.
I was like, I'm not even one. I don't even do this, like, because you're a woman. I'm just not like that. And I try to teach my son that. And that's nothing that made me calm down. Also, I would say, my son, while I was yelling, my son was starting to he was getting ready to cry. So I knew that he knew that, like, I had to realize, like, and I know when he cries, when I'm yelling, he cries when he knows that I may be overstepping it. Like, so, it sometimes if he knows that it's not, if I'm not overstepping, he'll be okay. But when he feels like I'm overstepping, he'll start to get really emotional. And I had to realize, okay, let me calm down because he can hear. He's sensitive. Kids know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do.
And then he can hear a female, woman's voice too. And he knows, so, and the issues I've had with his mother also. So, like, I think, I have to be really mindful.
So I would want to say, listen. Life gets hard sometimes. It really does. Sometimes it gets so hard to where you can barely breathe. Okay, I can attest to that part. You can barely breathe. But here's here's the one thing that I want to say. You have a beautiful 6-year-old son. Okay, the last thing he would need is to lose his father. He don't want to do that, and I don't even think it sometimes it just feels like that's a solution, but that's not the solution. You know it, Ray. The solution is I got to get out of this mess and I got to do it rapidly. I know you looking at your son. That's what women do when they're looking at their children and they don't know what to do or how to do. This is why you're here. I'm here. You're from Indiana. So am I. So that's confirmation number 2.
And that's what I was going to say,
this
too.
This is why you're here. So my whole thing is stay where you find your comfort or your peace, or even if it's just for you to come on and have a conversation to move or find out where you need to go or might want whatever direction it will lead you positively. Because I think I do understand people does not react kindly to someone. Well, not say kindly, but it's a thing when someone says they want to take their life. It sends people into a tizzy. It's something that you don't know how to talk about. It's something that you don't know how to relate to.
Yep.
Especially when you come to that point almost and you say that ain't no way for me to go. It's not a way for you to go either. You got a son.
Yep.
That's important. That's important, Ray. You don't know how important you are in that boy's life.
That's right.
Your life is important, and it's important to him. He don't need to know that his dad want to do that. He don't even need to walk that path. You don't need to walk that fast. So many young men that took their lives or lost their lives. You got a whole son. You're in the way now to show him how not to go.
There you go.
It ain't always that life is so hard. Sometimes the path is only harder for those who are great. So that when they come out of it, they'll be greater.
That's right. That's why you here.
So I just want to, Mikhail told me to hold back. I'm a person who likes solutions.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling them we're solutionary. But
Right.
it's only so much that we can say online.
Problem, but we want the solution. We gotta have a solution. But we don't, we see the problem, we want to solve it. We want to solve it.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna go through all kinds of channels and move things around in our brains to try to solve it. It's not that they excusing what you said, they just hear the problem.
Yep.
So I just want to say, please don't think about that. Please think about moving forward.
Yeah, and that's all we talk about. A lot
of times things knock you down, but you know what? You got two legs for a reason. Brother, sister, brother. You got two legs for a reason. You got to get up and you got to keep going. And not only got two legs, you got other two legs that's watching you. Because they need to know how to get up and keep going too. That's all I'm saying.
There you go. So I'm glad that was my baby Joe. See, a lot of times she brings out stuff that I be wanting to say. And a lot of times I can't bring it out the way I want to, but she brought it out. But then I did kind of cut her off on some of the other conversation that needs to be held a little later. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing at hand is this. We're solutionaries, here. We try to help people, we try to build, but that's only if they want to be helped. We not want to make anyone do no more than what they want to do, and we try to help. And like I said, we at this point, because of of what our sister Nicole said earlier, and all she did was agree with you, and this is where we need to be, right here, because this conversation is going to go further. It all depends on where you want to be. If you want to build with this family that we have right here, you're going to learn a whole lot if you want it. And we're not talking about coming and going. No, if you here and you sticking with us, and I'm gonna ask you for some things. I want you to get some pencil and paper, because I'm about to end it now, because we're an hour and 17 minutes in the second part. And I'm about to end this, but I'm gonna need you to take some information down. And when we take this information down, I'm needed for a purpose, and I'm gonna talk to you when I cut everything off. That's what I was trying to get to, but we had to get to the end of everything first, because we had to get to a certain area before we can. Like I said, you can't say everything online. Everything don't need to be online, and all and everything don't need to be there. But just the conversation was good. This is open conversation. This is good. You caught on with us tonight, because usually I'd be teaching on the other nights, but tonight is open conversation. So tonight was open conversation with Ray. That's what tonight was called. It's going to be called Open Conversation with Ray. It's Ray Wilson, but we don't say Ray tonight. So other than that, what we're going to do is we're going to thank my sister Nicole Bell for joining us tonight, because she didn't go to work. We're going to thank my brother Ray for tuning in with us tonight to have this conversation, open conversation. I'm going to thank my baby Joe for coming in and giving her kind words as she always do. And other than that, I am that Mikhail in Daniel chapter 12, verses 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's me. Showing the holy people who they're really supposed to be. Waking them out of their dead beds, which is really in their heads. For all of you who's living in the new, this is for you. I'm that same Mikhail in Revelation 12, battling that red dragon where Satan dwell, who deceiveth the whole world but prevaileth not, because the horn is blown without a doubt. This was prophesied for you to see that Mikhail is really me. What I like to do is, since we're at the end of part 2, and we can hold on to Zoom with the recording, but what I want to share with you is, as soon as I get done, I'm gonna put it on pause, and we're gonna have a conversation, Ray. Once I put it on pause, when I get done with everybody else. So I just gonna hold on to everybody at the moment. But other than that, we're gonna do the benediction as we always do when we leave, when we're tuning out. This is gonna be out of Numbers chapter 6. Numbers chapter 6, verse 22 through 27. And it states, And Yah spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron and unto his sons, saying, On this wise ye shall bless the children of Israel, saying unto them, Yah bless thee and keep thee. Yah make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yah lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. And they shall put Yah's name upon the children of Israel, and Yah will bless them. We'll do the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shekevo, Vakuto Violam, Vaed, Hallelujah. Hear, O Israel, Yah our Father is one Father. Blessed be thy glorious kingdom forever and ever. Hallelujah. Thank you, Father, for bringing us together tonight to go through your word, to go through the conversation we had with our brother Wade Wilson, that he may grow from this night and build and be in peace with him and his son. Help us grow together, build together as a loving family, as all of your children come together and do your will and grow in your word, in your spirit, in your Holy Spirit, and all these things we pray. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise your might. All right. For everybody else that may come or may not have come or may have stepped in or came about for the moment, we'd like to thank y'all for coming in to introduction, should I say not introduction, should I say Fight Fire with Truth, which is open conversation tonight, which we have every night on quote unquote night after Sunday. But don't forget, we have our on Tuesday mornings and Tuesday evening, or Tuesday night, should I say. Tuesday morning and the night after Tuesday, we have Introduction to Sovereign Class of Knowledge. That's Introduction to Sovereign Class of Knowledge. And what we do is, this is the night that we actually share on getting free from this satanic system. I mean, getting free is on a whole different level, and you have a lot of remedies going on at that time as well. But it's free. It's the freedom. That's why we call it Introduction to Sovereign Class of Knowledge, and that's at 7:30 a.m. or at 9 p.m. after the sun go down on Tuesday, and that's Introduction to Sovereign Class of Knowledge, and that's Eastern time, 7:30 a.m. Eastern and 9 p.m. Eastern. And don't forget, that's private. That's the only one we have private on Zoom only at that time on Tuesdays. But all the rest of our Zooms is public as well as the other platforms. So on the Sabbath, our Zoom meeting on the Sabbath is Sabbath Assembly of the Righteous. That's Sabbath Assembly of the Righteous on the Sabbath day. And by being on the Sabbath day, we're here at 12 p.m. noon. That's 12 p.m. noon, which is the beginning of the evening, 12 p.m. noon Eastern time, right? And then we're here on tonight, which is the night after Sunday, which is at 9 p.m. Night after Sunday. We're here at Fight Fire with Truth, which is open conversation, which we had tonight. And we're here at 9 p.m. Eastern time on night after Sunday. Then we have night after Monday, which is tomorrow night. Night after Monday, which is tomorrow night. Hold on, get this together. Stop that real quick. There we go. Night after Monday, we have Mikael's Knowledge of Truth. We'll be here tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Tomorrow night, that's Mikael's Knowledge of Truth. Whatever the Creator brings to me, or as we go through the scripture, whatever we speak on, He brings it out at that time, and then that's night after Monday, which is at 9 p.m. Eastern, and then we're back to Tuesday at 7:30 a.m. or 7 p.m. or 9 p.m. after Tuesday night. I mean after Tuesday, which is that night after Tuesday. Then we're on the platforms now. What I would like for you to do, I was sharing with you, Ray. What I'd like for you to do is for anybody that's willing to come to our Zoom meetings, and especially on Introduction to Sovereign Class of Knowledge, if you text me your name, number, and email, text me your name, number, and email at and also say you would like to know more about the sovereign classes, but just text me your name, number, and email at 770-572-5315. That's 770-572-5315. Text me your name, number, and email. And that way I can get you more information on how to get onto our Zoom classes for each night. And or you can email me at lkhyym@gmail.com. That's lkhyym@gmail.com. That's my name. That's my number. You can text me your name, number, and email. Excuse me. And you can also email me at lkhyym@gmail.com. That's my connection if you'd like to connect with me. Also, now my public platforms, which is my YouTube and my X, formerly known as Twitter. My YouTube and my X, formerly known as Twitter, you can connect with me there at JuicePro33, which is spelled JuicePro33. That's JuicePro33. That's all together, one word. If you put it in there, it's going to separate you where you can't get to me. But if you put it together, JuicePro33. Like, subscribe, and share on my YouTube, and you also can connect with me on my X, formerly known as Twitter, on there as well. Also, my Facebook. My Facebook is Mikhael Harris, which is spelled MI''CHAEL space HARRIS. That's MI''CHAEL space HARRIS. All right. That's my Facebook. Now for my Instagram and one of my TikToks. My Instagram and one of my TikToks is Lkhyym _ the juice, which is spelled LKHYYM _ THEJUICE. Again, that's LKHYYM _ THEJUICE. That's Lkhyym _ the juice on my Instagram and one of my TikToks. My other TikTok and my other YouTube is Michael the Juice Harris, all together, one word. There's four words all together as one, which is Michael the Juice Harris, which is spelled MICHAELTHEJUICEHARRIS. Again, that's MICHAELTHEJUICEHARRIS. That's all together, all one word. That's on my other TikTok and my other YouTube, which you can like, subscribe, and share. Now, last but not least, we have Patreon and rumble.com/LKHYYM. That's rumble.com/LKHYYM. And we have patreon.com/LKHYYM. All right. So those were my on my platforms where you can connect with me, as well as my number, my name. Well, my name is on each one of those, and my number again, which is 770-572-5315, and my email is lkhyym@gmail.com. So we're gonna pause Zoom. Hold on, Ray. We're gonna pause Zoom. We'll be right back with you in a few moments. I'm gonna pause you real quick.
Recording stopped.
All right. And we're going to say bye to we're going to say bye to Facebook first. I thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. Appreciate, love you. See you soon and always. Peace. All right. Here we go. And for Instagram, we thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. Appreciate, love you. See you soon and always. Peace. Mhm. There we go. And last but not least, YouTube Live. We thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. Appreciate, love you. See you soon and always. Peace.